Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. I am your lovely host, BoredGamer, who's moved into his new house, and I'm here with the also lovely Zin, who's in our old silly house. What a peasant! Say hello, peasant Zinya.
Hello, Zinya.
What?
I'm not a peasant. No.
Okay. We're not half the things I've made you say.
Lovely Zinya.
Say hello, lovely Zinya.
Hello, lovely Zinya.
I want you to edit in peasant there. That's your job. Edit that in.
No.
Right. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I'm a lovely, lovely person. So yeah, I've moved into my new house and I've got a temporary. I should have probably moved my computer into the room it's going to eventually be in, but I've just moved into a little temporary office in the short term. I'll get this all set up. I'll be streaming and people can see the new place and stuff like that. I'll share about that. But today I want to talk about Star Citizen with server meshing and Alpha 3.23.2, which has now been renamed. And do you want to spend $2,750 to dine with CIG? Probably not. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. We'll come to that in a minute. Zin.
Yeah.
Server meshing. It's being tested again.
Oh, is it?
So, they've been running a series of server meshing tests over the weekend. Basically, they've got sort of 3 servers per shard in the Stanton system, and then like 200 players per shard as well. And they've been testing this stuff. And the first test they ran, there was a load of server deadlocks and problems. And then they ran some more tests, which were a lot more successful, but there's still problems. Interestingly, this is running an old 3.22 build, because they wanted to test updates and additions that they knew were on a working build of server meshing, I think. What do you think of server meshing tests being run again, Zin? Are you excited? Does this look like it's going to be a healthy 4.0 release, or are you confused why they're running it on an old 3.22 build?
I just want it to work and be good.
So do you think they're going to expand out the tests to more servers per shard? Or do you think 3 is the magic number? Or do you think they're going to try 12 or 5?
I mean, try whatever. Try everything. Why not? See what works.
Yeah, that's true. Try everything, or whatever's reasonable within a time frame. Okay, do you think we're going to see the Pyro Playground added to the server meshing tests so that they can try again with the transition between Pyro and Stanton?
I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they need to do it before 4.0, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I have to get this stuff sorted. I think we'll see it again soon. I was actually expecting them to go at the server meshing tests running and go straight on with Pyro personally, but I suspect we'll see that pretty soon once they've got some of these updates and optimizations and bug fixes nailed down. It'd be interesting to see when they move on to the 3.23 or 3.24 build for server meshing testing, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Are you concerned at all that they're using an old build?
No.
No? I'm not really sure of the context of using that old build, other than they knew it was working on 3.22 when they did the last tests, and why try to integrate it into 3.23, because it would be the whole data might not be as useful. Maybe I don't know. Something that is interesting as well, Zin.
Yeah.
What would you call that Alpha 3.23.2 patch? What would you call that?
The Alpha 3.23.2 patch.
Could you call it like maybe the cargo patch? Because of all its content there, or what do you think of Star Citizen's naming conventions as well?
Well, I mean, I think they're stupid.
Oh.
Because that's not how you number alphas, for a start.
Isn't Star Citizen, and once it's common usage because of the amount of years that Star Citizen's been in development for, then it will be the way you do it. So
no, it's not. It's not the way anybody else does it.
Well, money makes right?
No.
$800 million. $800 million in. I tell you, that's how you do an alpha number.
No. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. I don't care what they say. I don't care how much money they've got. That's not how you do it.
Well, they're renaming 3.23.2.
Yes, they are.
Renaming it to 3.24 because they say it's got so much important content in it, with the persistent personal hangars, cargo hauling, freight elevators, the item bank, which has been renamed, and potentially some more stuff as well. So, do you think it's an important enough patch to be renamed with their random naming system to 3.24?
No, because it was supposed to come in 3.23.
Yeah. And do you think that they're going to say they've basically just renamed it so they can have another accolade at the end of the year? Like, we released an extra major patch. That's my expectation.
Yeah.
It's marketing. It's marketing, right? That's the only reason they've changed it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, I kind of suppose like those big 23, 24, those sorts of patches are quite big.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff was supposed to come in 23, so it's not like, oh, more stuff. It's the stuff we were meant to be having.
Yeah, totally agree. It's just an interesting one. I think it is just a marketing thing, which is fine. I mean, I'm not sort of like, wow, I'm angry or anything. Like, not at all. It's just, I think it's an interesting thing. Also, they've been trying to run the EVOCATI build of that. They tried it over the weekend. It basically broke. It was potentially worse than the original server meshing tests that they were trying over the weekend, and they're going to try it again later today, I believe. But you'll see lots of EVOCATI testing for 3.24 throughout this week, and we'll be able to talk about it as soon as that starts, and talk about those features and stuff in a bit more detail. And I do think that patch is pretty awesome. There is genuinely great stuff there. I think a lot of people are concerned by the tedium and the how will they make our VUEC if they don't want to do cargo management and manual loading and unloading and stuff. But I do think for a lot of people this adds a lot to the game, and cargo hauling missions might be pretty exciting based on how they are manifested. Yeah, I've got something I want to talk about, Zin. Something that you were looking at earlier than you should have been.
Well, I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to. I'm allowed to read. There is a Shenzhen bar citizen, basically massive city in China. Chinese bar citizens seem to be absolutely massive affairs, the ones that CIG attend, and they're like these huge mega fests, almost like a Citizen Con kind of thing, but they are run by backers and fans, not CIG, is what I'm saying. CIG attend, but they do not run it. And they've got this big bar citizen happening on the 29th of June, so towards the end of this week. It's on Saturday. And CIG obviously want to break into the Asian markets because it's a huge amount of money for them. And there's a lot of honor, or I'm trying to think of the word. They really appreciate CIG and Star Citizen. They sort of the Chinese backers. They're sort of like, they're in awe of Chris Roberts and the devs for the most part. And there's a lot of elevation of those devs and them being there. The tickets for this event is a ticketed event because they've got this giant expo hall or whatever. They range from $19 to $2,750. That's quite a range, and there are loads of different tickets, and some of those benefits of those tickets range from good seating and VIP areas and stuff like that, loads of goodies and physical merch, and there's like ship models. But for the top end of tickets, there's dinner with CIG. So that's their sort of $1,400, $2,700 sort of tickets. All the swag and dinner with CIG. Now, what do you think about that?
Well, it's a bit misleading.
Why is it a bit misleading?
Because it looks like it's a ticket for 10 people.
Oh, is it so? That's what I was going to... So I had a look at the tickets and stuff. I couldn't work out if it was a group ticket or not. Because there are group ticket shares there. So the website you go on to have a look at this is in Chinese. My Chinese is not the best. In fact, it's literally non-existent. And the translation is going to be relatively poor, or potentially poor. So apologies if I've got any of that confused. But I suppose it's accurate that the ticket price is that, but it might be for 10 people, you're saying.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like,
what do you think? Okay, what do you think of charging $300 a ticket to dine with CIG? Let's go for the sort of minimum, the $275. Do you think that actually that's cool because you get a meal and that's a cool VIP perk, or do you think that's a bit sneaky?
I suppose it depends on where you're eating. Like, would the meal cost that much?
So the interesting thing is I don't believe CIG are making any money from that at all, right? Because it's not them running it, but they're basically saying, "Oh, devs, where are you eating? Because we're going to have can people come and eat with you?" And then they're selling tickets to that. But I suppose if it's for the food, I don't know. It's an interesting one. So it's caused a bit of drama in the community. And Xylo actually responded about a post talking about $2,750 to dine with the developers and sort of on Spectrum, saying, "We're extremely fortunate to have such an incredibly diverse and global player base, and the team is super excited to connect with our community in Shenzhen. Upon learning that the pre-dinner event was ticketed, we promptly requested it to either be cancelled or offered at no charge. which the organisers kindly accommodated. We understand the organisers' efforts to support such an epic community-run event, which hosts nearly 2,000 attendees, the largest of its kind globally. We know firsthand that organising an event of that scale requires a tremendous amount of planning and expense, and we've been blown away by the passion poured into this event. However, it's important to us for it to be as accessible as possible. After all, the primary goal of the Bar Citizen World Tour is to spend time with the community that makes all of this possible. For those attending, we'll see you next Saturday. So, what's your understanding of that statement?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds like it says the organisers kindly accommodated, but what did they accommodate?
Exactly. What did they actually do? What was actioned? It's really hard to tell. And those tickets are still being sold, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it looks like you can still buy them.
Looks like you can still buy them. They're still being listed, and the costs are still listed. Again, this could be lost in translation or something like that, or it might be like that's the actual cost for the meal and the table, and they're not actually making any money now. That's how they've accommodated it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So it's an interesting one because I am pro events like this. I am pro people running, because like BritishCon and stuff like we've done in the UK previously. I'm really, really excited for people to run their own Bar Citizens, to run their own mega fests and fan events and things like that. And yeah, you've got to try and fund them. I'm interested to know how they decided to sell those tickets to Dine with CIG and the developers. Because I suppose, did they tell the developers? Did they tell CIG? Or did they say, we've got a big table and some backers might join you? Is that what they had told them when they were dining? I'm really interested to know. I'm not sure if the organisers are going to change it any further. I'm not sure how they've accommodated CIG. But I'm interested to know what people think about tickets being sold to Dine with CIG. Do you think actually that's an awesome perk? Do you think you should have done it maybe as like, actually, yeah, I'm up for that, but do it as a raffle, or have some raffle tickets so random people can get involved? Zin, do you think there's maybe a bit of a culture difference in Asia about stuff like this as well, where they want to attend these events and it's sort of like a bit of pomp and ceremony and this experience and like bragging rights that they've been able to do this? Or what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what their social society is like, so
okay,
I couldn't say.
It does seem that they're sort of like really have reverence. That's the word I was looking for earlier, for the devs and Chris Roberts and the Star Citizen's game. It's an interesting thing. Hopefully having Star Citizen in multiple markets beyond what we expect in the West won't affect the game too much from our Western sensibilities. Because I don't want to have to make concessions beyond what I already expect for Star Citizen, if you see what I mean. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Obviously, I know lots of stuff in the Asian markets have to be tweaked and edited and changed a bit. I suppose you have that with lots of global laws anyway. But I'm interested to know what people think. Also, we're now sort of coming to the end of June and sort of the run up to July. And sort of July stuff's going to start with the Foundation Festival. It's going to be at some point, which is basically lots of Star Citizen backers trying to recruit other people into the game and also everyone teaching each other. Like, do you want to learn how to mine or be a better combat pilot, whatever? You can go on the Star Citizen website, sort of basically book people or get people to come and join you and help teach you those particular skills that you want to learn. And that's basically the Foundation Festival is a celebration of teaching new players, helping new players. It doesn't have to be new players, just players wanting to get new skills, but also recruiting new players. The Foundation Festival, I think it's a cool idea, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't hold as much hype in my heart as a lot of the other stuff that CIG does.
No, I feel like really that sort of thing should be advertised all the time, really.
Yeah, it should always be a Foundation Festival, but then how do you focus on that, right? I think you're right. But I also think that CIG are going to try and have a strong base level of marketing throughout the year for new players and trying to encourage new players, and then obviously highlight that during a Foundation Festival. Because why have one when you can have both? Also, maybe towards the end of July, or at least they'll start talking about it during July, the ship showdown. Mm-hmm. What's your favourite ship at the moment, Sin, that's flyable? What would you be voting for in the ship showdown?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think it's still my boy, the Mercury Star Runner.
Yeah, I think Mercury Star Runner is a good ship, good all-rounder sort of thing.
Okay, obviously you love your Cutlass Red. I've got a video saying as much.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't think it's the sort of ship that people would vote for, is it?
It doesn't. It's your favourite sin. Your ship's not going to enact change like a politician.
Yeah, but it'd be nice for other people to go, yeah.
Okay, and I suppose actually the top 4 ships typically have skins and stuff made for them for free. So
yeah.
I suppose you want something that you've got that's going to win, I suppose. Okay, well, I'm interested to see what wins this year because you've got things like the MPUV tractor. Like I thought the Argo Cargo, when that was a travesty. But the tractor version, now that it's basically said it's going to be modular, it's got tractor beams, it's actually a pretty useful little ship.
Yeah, but it wasn't before. It didn't deserve to win before.
The cargo version did not deserve to win before through memes. Because people will be like, I want the Raptor to win, which is the joke street sweeper. Actually, if they released the Raptor, people would buy it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'd buy it. I'm dumb. But yeah, I'm interested to know what people's favourite ships are. Flyable ships, not concept ships. Real flyable ships or vehicles. Also, expect things like Jumptown to be run, because they were working on the Jumptown build for a little while as well, and getting Jumptown in a good order while they were sort of sorting out Xenothreat as well. And they're going to want more and more test data to improve the sort of networking stuff. Do you like any of these events like Xenothreat and Jumptown at the moment, or are you sort of do you have fatigue from them, or not had enough time to play them?
I like Xenothreat. I don't like Jumptown.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jumptown is a PvP event.
Yes. Well, so the interesting thing about Jumptown is obviously originally it was sort of like a mixed, entirely emergent gameplay mixed bag of, well, actually, now you just have 30 people queuing in a nice orderly fashion, which is a beautiful thing to see when everyone's sort of like tutting because you're fumbling with your box. Yeah, I like Jumptown for the PvP nature of it and what it could be, but Star Citizen's had problems with desync and invisible players and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see how that runs this time around. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I really want to know people's feedback on have they been able to jump in and join in with the server meshing tests and what they're thinking of that at the moment. Are they excited for 4.0? When do you think 4.0 is actually going to be released? Do you think it's going to be at the end of summer like CIG want? It would be the end of September. Or do you think, actually, no, it's going to be hugely delayed? Do you think Alpha 3.24 deserves its name, that big cargo patch? And do you expect to see anything else additionally there? And what do you think of that big bar citizen and Shenzhen? Do you think, yeah, awesome. I'm glad that they have these big events around the world. It's obviously fan run, CIG in attendance, awesome. Do you think it's a bit weird trying to sell those tickets to dining with CIG? And if anyone can tell us, is that $27.50 ticket, is that for 10 people? Because it might be, one person or one group or two groups can buy this ticket because they are dining on the same table as the devs. It just happens to be like that. I'm really interested to know what people are excited for and what they're waiting for. And if they're going to be attending any Bar Citizens this year, or if you're attending CitizenCon on the 19th and 20th of October like Zin and I are. Are you excited for CitizenCon, Zin?
Yeah, I am.
Good. Yeah! We might be attending the day before on the 18th as well. Haven't decided yet. I booked hotel room for us all, assuming that we'd be going or trying to go to the gala, but that was cancelled, the gala. But there's still Bar Citizens running the day before and stuff, so we'll work something out. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You take care. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
See, I didn't call you a peasant this time.
Good.
And, yeah, good. But something that will elevate you beyond that of even a lord is NordVPN. Go check out nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Oh, it's the best VPN that I recommend on this podcast. And it's discount. Go check that out. Also, you've got eye stuff. Tobii Eye Tracker. That's on sale at the moment. It's natively supported in Star Citizen for high precision eye and head tracking. Go check it out. Links below. Click on the links. Click on the join button. It helps the channel. Zin, you'd get a Tobii Eye Tracker, wouldn't you?
I would if I didn't already have one.
Oh, me too. Maybe I'll buy another one. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for June we are giving away a Freelancer Miss, which is a fantastic little multi-crew missile boat. We're also bundling this with a Pulse, the little tiny bike with the big laser on it. You'll get lifetime insurance on both of those and a Star Citizen game package. So all you need to play Star Citizen, all you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during June. Good luck to you. Also, if you want to further support the channel, please consider clicking the join button under my videos. It really does help There's also Patreon on loads of affiliate links and stuff like that down below in the video description and in the comments, so check those out, and that helps the channel out too. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great June. Thank you for watching to the end, and don't forget to click all the things down below, or at least the things you want to click on.